The third phase of the product development lifecycle is building. Once you've defined the problem and designed a solution, it's time to build it. Now, companies have different approaches to implementing solutions depending on their history, the product, and their desires. For example, if you're working on a mobile app, it's very easy to release a new version to customers every week, and development is likely focused on smaller but more frequent releases. Lean development is very common with mobile and web apps. Alternatively, if you're developing hardware, there is a long time between the product's design and when hardware is ready for mass production. Hardware engineering companies generally have fewer but very high-quality releases. After all, it's difficult to release a hardware update to fix a bug. In this phase, we're focused on translating that design to a real product. With software, it might be small incremental builds. With hardware, as we discussed, fewer releases but more substantive. And product managers are not in the business of writing the code or designing the circuits. Instead, their role is to encourage, to prioritize, to help. Although we're presenting the product development lifecycle in a very linear fashion, it's a lot more iterative in real life, especially between design and building the solution. For example, while design will have figured out the most common use cases in the prototyping stage, there are likely many edge cases that will come up while engineering is building the product. Product, design, and engineering will work together to address these needs and questions that arise while working on the product. During the development phase, a product manager should also try to find effective opportunities to share prototypes of the product with customers and people inside the company so that you can get early feedback about the product. Does it address the customer's needs effectively? Or is there a big trade-off that you didn't anticipate? If you prioritize building the minimum viable product you previously identified, then you can start testing the core product once the MVP is ready. It's important to ask for this feedback at the right times and in many phases. Hence the need for constant communication between the product manager and the various teams and amongst the teams themselves. What this will enable you to do is to translate from the design to a workable, feasible, launchable product. The development phase of the product development lifecycle is done when a working product that has been thoroughly tested is ready for release.